Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. And finally, it is here. Horse Ranch. Ooh, she stink. Listen, we starting off just as we are already like mid gameplay. Listen, I missed y'all a lot, but I had to kind of have like the way I wanted to tell this story. I didn't want to start like from the beginning. I wanted to start like in the thick of things. So, yeah, we are here on a Tuesday. Kids got to get ready for school. Parents still sleeping. This is a tour of this home that I don't even remember. Actually, this is an in-game home. This came with Horse Ranch, and I changed a lot. I didn't change that much about it. I changed like the fireplace. I got them a little TV because I couldn't like I changed some of the rooms, but like the meat of the house is the same. And therefore I had to like expand certain things. So like I needed to add more room for some gardening. I needed to add some horse stables. You see, we got two horses already. We already started off with family dynamics being difficult. So the daughter and the mom have a difficult family dynamic. I think because, well, okay, back up, back up. I know we have some OG Sim friends here that are already subscribed, watch all my videos, so have seen this family in Creative Sim. But many of y'all might be like, who is this? Like, this only came across my homepage because it was like a first episode. So I have to do first episode things. I have to introduce this whole family real quick because you really should just watch the Create a Sim video. But basically, this is a family of four, and we have here Sandra, who is the mother. We have Trey, who is the father. We have Monica, and we have Wallace, who is the son and the fourth of this lineage. So Monica was actually the first sim I created, and then I kind of repurposed her once I found out about Horse Ranch. I just felt like she fit this vibe, and then I kind of created her parents backwards. And so Sandra and Trey have been married for a very long time. They are the Kensingtons. They got married very young. You know, I love a young married family in my Sims gameplay. Shout out to Rags to Riches, which I will link in the description. Trey, the father, which is Wallace Kensington the third, he comes from a long history of horse ranchers. He is the third generation. So, his grandfather started off very poor, horse rancher. They never really had anything. His dad was able to like make a living, and it's kind of as soon as he kind of saw some success, he passed on and left the business to Trey, and Trey has kind of helped increase that business a little more. And then we have Sandra, who comes from a family of, having vineyards, making wine, and that's kind of been like her experience growing up. So they had very similar experiences. And honestly, this Chestnut Ridge is kind of a small town or a small city. Not quite sure whether it's like a city or a town, but it's on the small side. Everybody kind of knows everybody, and they there weren't many people like them with that kind of lineage and that experience. And so it was kind of similar to like an arranged marriage, but also they were interested. They were kind of happy with their lives and just having this simple lifestyle. It just kind of fit neatly. And then they had kids pretty young, like maybe like a year after they were married. They had Trey first, and then they had Monica, and that is how we came to have this family. And because Trey and Sandra kind of grew up like from childhood working on the ranch, working in the vineyard, and like gardening and doing all those things, like as they were like, as soon as they were no longer toddlers, they were on it. They did not want that for their kids. They wanted their kids to kind of have a childhood and just explore things and just enjoy having childhood fun. And so the rule was like essentially when their kids became teens, they would begin to teach them about the business because they did still want their children, or they do still want their children to take over the business. That was never a question. They just hoped that their children would have more of a childhood than they did. So the tricky part is they gave their children a bit of a childhood, and who knows now if they'll want to do this business. Like, we don't know. They literally know nothing. They've never had to garden, never had to take care of the horses, any of that. They only had like household chores and things like that. So we'll see how that goes. Like, let's talk a little bit about personality. Again, more detail and create a sim, but Sandra is a little more free spirited, fun loving. She loves the outdoors. She's kind of chill and laid back, but she does respect the business and the family, and she's loyal. And I think she's a pretty cool mom. And then Trey, he's also a cool dad, but he is a little more serious. He is a little more focused on like making sure that his family and his children like know how to do everything, not just about the business, but also like just taking care of themselves, living off the land. Like, those kind of things are important to him as well. As for the teens, Trey is kind of a reserved teen, or he's always been a reserved kid. He kind of follows the rules, but I'm still kind of figuring out his character, so we'll kind of let the gameplay decide that, and you guys can also let me know in the comments what Trey is giving. And then we have Monica, who is a little bit, I won't say a wild child, but like she likes to have fun, she likes to party, she likes to, like, she couldn't wait to be grown. Like, she's still not grown, but she couldn't wait to like go out with her friends and just be on the town. And like, she has enjoyed, one, being the youngest, but two, their family, although they are not the wealthiest Sims in all the Sim world, they're wealthy for Chestnut Ridge. Like, they have a lot of land. They have interest that they get from their wealth, which is not very common for these Sims. And, they are able to kind of run their own business and people know them. So, as far as Monica knows, like, they have everything. Like, they don't need for anything. And so she just really wants to be out here enjoying that life. So I hope you enjoyed that little intro on who's who and who does what, as I continue to like play through the game and just enjoy it. Oh, I have to talk about the horses, right? So what Trey's business is as a horse rancher is that he kind of trains up these horses and then he sells them. And right now he has one horse, I think Salsa is the horse he's riding right now, and then the other one is like Sugar something. And Salsa was purchased like for $1,000, and the other horse was adopted for 250. And so he essentially like is flipping horses like people flip houses, and he gives them a good life, puts them in a good position, and then he just sells them. And meanwhile, our girl Sandra is over here making wine, and that's just her business. And both of these businesses are very slow businesses. I love that. Like, these are not like quick flips or any of that. Like, the wine has to age. She doesn't like sell the wine right away. Hopefully, she'll never have to be in that position to do that. And yeah, this was just like a really fun way to kind of explore this pack, but also tell kind of a different family story a little bit. While Sandra is making this wine, how are y'all feeling about this pack now that I feel like it has been several weeks, maybe even a month? I'm not quite sure, but it's been some time. Most people that want the pack who aren't waiting for a sale, because I know that's right, are, they already have their feelings on the pack. So I want to hear what you all think about the pack. Also want to hear your favorite LPs on like that are based around this pack. Not gonna lie, there aren't as many that I like as like usual with the pack. I guess because again, I'm family gameplay, it's not always as fun to just watch like Sims just garden and that's it. But I will try to make that fun for you. A lot of the storyline of this is going to be focused on like sim interaction because I feel like that's the fun part of The Sims and the entertaining part. The other stuff is like background and setting to me, like what The Sims do for a living and things like that. That's just like the backdrop. But, it is important. So we'll do a little bit of that. Um, and yeah, so we're gonna have Sandra just work on some gardening right now. As you can see, this is what they do all day. When the kids are at school, they are around the house. They might, woohoo a little bit, but they also are working outdoors. And, Sandra's very comfortable with the earth. Oh, those are some of her traits. So just want to share those on the screen. Feel free to pause it. Not the, see, the horse is not supposed to be up in here, and that's part of the problem. But yeah, Sandra, her traits are on the screen. As you can see, like she already has a lot of traits. She loves the outdoors. She is like in shape, not really affected by the weather. They have their interests from being shrewd. They're business savvy. She is an alcohol heavyweight because she's always sampling her wine, so she's never like pressed about having too much to drink. She's always welcome because this family, like, they're that family in the town. So everybody's always happy to see them. And yeah, as I was saying, like, Sandra is often barefoot, just, grounding herself in the earth. Like, she enjoys that and she's very comfortable being outdoors. Trey also loves being outdoors. He is a perfectionist, he's family oriented. He's a maker, but I haven't had him really explore that quite yet. He likes easy listening, he likes fishing and gardening. He dislikes like mischievous Sims, but I actually didn't show the like likes and dislikes. Grade boost. Hmm. I think Monica is actually gonna like study a lot because she's normally like just chilling. Like she goes to school to make friends, honestly, and just hang out with her friends. And then so Sandra likes dancing, intimacy. They are a very physical couple. She likes family oriented Sims and she likes the color yellow. I don't feel like liking colors really does anything for Sims, but let me know if it does and I just have so much CC that the game don't even know what's yellow and what is not. I didn't give the teens too many traits because again, I wanted them to be more in development, so I like didn't cheat their stuff too much. But here's some of the music that Monica likes. She likes mischief, she likes dancing, flirtation, affection, spirited Sims. Like Monica's kind of turned up and enjoys like the excitement of life. And then let me just check on this horse real quick. I finally remembered to register my Sims with the Department of Labor because I hate when it says like my Sims are unemployed and they're not, even though these Sims like appear as like stay-at-home parents and because they have children, but these children are grown, so I feel like they're not really stay-at-home parents at this point. So I wanted to make sure this time it was clear that they had careers, especially for this family. But it's interesting. I don't know if this does anything besides just acknowledge that they have careers, like when your other Sims ask about their careers or appears in certain places. But this is just like a nice little detail that I do appreciate in the Sims for like my more entrepreneurial Sims. As you can see, here I am trying to fit everything they do in one place. Like I was trying to fit that they were ranchers and that they had a winery, and now it's kind of just like, okay, they're the owners of Kensington Estate, who, like, that could be your umbrella. That could be, maybe there'll be some other stuff. I know Monica has some thoughts about, like, expanding the business and making it a little more interesting than just wine and horses, because Monica actually thinks that's kind of boring. Yep, so there you see it in their career and education. The kids have been home for a little bit, so Trey is over here helping clean the horses. Like he's starting off like cleaning their hooves and just starting off with like the very basics of taking care of horses. While Monica, she needs to start her homework. I think Trey already did his homework, or they don't worry about Trey because he usually does what he's supposed to do. But, Monica is the type to only do her homework when her parents are home. If not, she's going to be on the phone with her friends or doing something else. So we're going to have Monica get started with her homework. And let's talk about this horse manure. That is something like I enjoy about this pack, that the horse manure actually like really, really quickly evolves the garden more than like other types of fertilizer. I think all of the plants evolve the next day. And then one thing I'm kind of figuring out is like how much of the plants are we using to make wine? How much are we using to cook? How much are we selling? Like, I feel like I'm still uncertain about that. It's like, I feel like a lot of options. I do have them on the Simple Lot, with the Simple Lot challenge or whatever trait on the home, because I feel like that's fitting to this story. Girl, nobody told you to do that. I don't, we, these people just be calling just because Trey's cute. And yeah, so I have concerns, confusion about what I'm actually doing with how much, there's so much gardening, there's so many different things I can do with it. So I'm trying to find a balance between using it for the business, using it to eat, and then just selling it back to the town at a lower price. Or is that like weird that they're rich and that's not their business? They're selling food. I feel like they can sell the crops. I feel like maybe it's like considered for like a discounted amount and people think of them as very like philanthropic for selling their food. Like when the people in Chestnut Ridge go to the grocer, they'll have like a little sticker that says like locally sourced or from the Kensington estate, and that will be a bonus. But yeah, let's also talk about the money. So one of the things I spoke about with during the premiere, and like it's always nice to watch the premieres because then you get to have like more input on the video. And yeah, they're mating. I'll see how that goes. But Roxy and I, who is an OG Sim friend and also has like the best taste in Sims YouTubers, like if I go to Sims YouTube and I see her comment, I'm definitely watching their video because I know it's gonna be a good Sims video. But we were like talking about how much money this family should have, and I gave them 250,000 to start with as like as per her suggestion. And I feel like it works out. I feel like it still might be too much. Like, I don't know if we wanted to make them this rich, but we'll see. It's early in the gameplay. Like, I don't want them to be super comfortable, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to be like, yeah, they're considered rich, but there still might be like some danger of losing it all. But yeah, let me know in the comments if Roxy and I made the right decision on this. Let's have a little mother-daughter post-dinner catch-up. So Monica's just telling her all about her friends and how things have been going in school and how she's really enjoying it. And Sandra's kind of talking to her about like, hey, you might want to start thinking about like how we can grow this business and like how you can like get your friends involved. And Monica's kind of like she doesn't really want to talk about that. That's why she walked over to like the latte maker and was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about that, mom. Like I'm on it. I feel like, the business will naturally come. Like we run Chestnut Ridge. I don't think there's going to be any issues at all. Like this business runs itself." And Sandra's kind of like, "Girl, you don't know how much, me and your dad and our families have put into this business. Like there is still work to be done. This world is bigger than Chestnut Ridge." And things like there are things that we have to worry about besides Chestnut Ridge. Like it may look easier on this side, but there is competition. There's other things people can spend their money on. There's a lot more to it. And Monica's just kind of like, okay, mom, sure. And then they all sit down to have a family movie night, which was actually really cute because at first I didn't set this up like Trey was in here watching this zombie movie, and they all kind of just slowly followed. And I was like, these Sims are so cute and adorable. And yeah, they're just having a little family movie night with their dinner. And I guess it really shows that like they're close, even though they have these different dynamics. There is like a healthy baseline of closeness for this family, as you know, they all try to figure out what's next for them, what's the next steps. Like Trey and Sandra are nowhere near retiring or anything like that, but they do want to start bringing their kids into the business. Their parents, well, Trey's parents passed young, and Sandra's parents kind of just like were like, here, we'd like to go live somewhere far off, and we don't want to be involved anymore with this business. And they just kind of handed it off, especially after they got married. It was kind of like, you got this, like, we don't need to be here anymore. And so that's kind of what happened with their family. And so they're preparing their kids as if they would have to take over the business soon. And I just wanted to show this because Monica looked cute. So we ended up purchasing chickens because Trey was just like, listen, makes no sense to keep buying all these eggs. We have all this farmland, like, we can just have some chickens. We bought a chicken, we didn't buy multiple chickens. We'll see. I don't know how many eggs they can eat or how many eggs they need. I know it's like one egg a day per chicken or something like that. And yeah, so I hope it's enough chickens, but they can buy more chickens if they need to. And we are just gonna work on some gardening stuff. Okay, apparently I don't know if Trey likes cooking, but sure, why not? And it is lottery day, and I'm starting to get frustrated with lottery day in my game because I feel like it's always lottery day in my game. And as you may know, I have had two Sim families win the lottery. This Sim family cannot win the lottery. Like, honestly, if they win the lottery, I don't know, but they cannot. So this is like the first time I'm like praying that a Sim family doesn't win the lottery. Also, I didn't say this when I started the video, but my game was already in fall, and I know that's not like the best time to start this kind of like outdoor activity gameplay, but maybe that is like a good thing. Maybe that'll like add its hardships to this story. So we'll see how that goes. Kids is home from school again, and we have another family dynamic that emerged. I feel like is this growing together? Because I didn't even have all these dynamics and growing together. That LP is still here, and there should be an episode coming soon. I just had to put this out first because I was really excited about this, and I didn't want y'all to wait. But it looks like Trey is like permissible with Monica, like he lets her do whatever she wants. And I feel like that's like kind of a stereotype of like father-daughter relationships. But we'll go with it. For gameplay sake, we'll let them have it. And meanwhile, Trey's out here working hard, but he seems to be enjoying this time outdoors in the prairie grass. Like, I think all of this is very calming for him. So, like, he doesn't really have any complaints about doing this, like, manual labor in the same way that Monica's like, no. The mom is feeling good about her son working on the horses. Like, she's really proud that he's getting into it. So she's feeling confident. She's feeling like a great mother, and like, she's setting her kids up for success, and she's just thinking about how much like her and Trey have grown this business, because it was just something that was like very comfortable before, and now their lifestyle is slightly more lavish. I mean, for people that live in Chestnut Ridge. And so we're gonna work on these chickens or this chicken. I keep saying multiple chickens, but we're gonna mess around with okay, so Sandra's not feeling messing around with this chicken that Trey made them get. And she's like, see, these damn chickens. I knew I did not need a chicken, and I'm over here cleaning this. He should be cleaning this, but who knows what he's doing right now. How convenient that he is not the one cleaning the chicken coop. So we did get an egg, and Trey is in here cleaning up after he had to repair some broken plumbing. So Okay, I guess that's fair that he's also working hard and increasing his handiness skill, which I thought about cheating, but then I just got kind of tired of cheating skills. Mainly I cheated like the horse stuff and the gardening stuff for the mom, but the kids I went in as blank. Oh, and she needs to do her homework, but she's not in the mood. Okay. And look at these two little lovebird horses who should be having a horse, maybe a foal. I don't know where the horse lingo. Oh, so I'm just gonna go out and just hang with one of the townspeople. But yeah, the horses should be having a baby soon. We got the horse that baseball to play with. We had to add a couple of things because I don't know what I'm doing with these horses. So hopefully the Kensingtons can hold it down because if you let me handle it, I don't know what's gonna happen with these horses. And it looks like Trey is cooking something up. Good for Trey. I feel like he's so domesticated, like in so many ways, naturally, like the house, the land. Like I just feel like he enjoys all of this stuff brings him peace in a way that it doesn't bring many other teenagers peace. And now he's just chilling, talking with his dad about like learning to cook and like his dad being like proud of him, but his dad does want him to step out his shell a little more. Like his dad is kind of like, listen, as you grow into an adult, you cannot be so shy. I know you're very comfortable with us, but you need to be a little more outgoing, make some friends, and kind of evolve that part of your life. And Trey's like, I'll try. That's all I can tell you is that I will try. It is almost the weekend. It is Friday Eve, and Monica's just up here giving herself a little pep talk, but also, she's working on her communication skills. She does need to shape her legs, but she is working on like being charming, like because she just really enjoys like the va va voom of it all. And I'm just checking on some of these horses. Oh, and Trey's going for a jog. Look, he makes me happy. I feel like he is just the outdoorsy, like he's loving it here in Chestnut Ridge. And he's just going for a jog. It looks like he did what he was supposed to do with the horses. They're asleep now, and it's time to actually get ready for school. Trey is just waking up and he is hungry. It looks like Sandra's up too, and she's hungry as well, but they are happy to wake up next to each other, so they are just going to acknowledge that before they fully get the day started. And yeah, Sugarfoot. That's the name. I couldn't remember the name of the horse for some reason. And, Sugarfoot is feeling a little lonely, but she's been doing pretty well. Oh, we got to collect some eggs. So lots of stuff to do around the house today. So Sugarfoot had the baby, which I was confused because I thought a stallion was a female horse, but apparently it is not. So thank you, Meg Thee Stallion, for that confusion on like horses. But so Sugarfoot had the baby, and I felt like I just named the baby Cinnamon. Sugarfoot, Cinnamon, thought it was cute. Oh, and now we have a little foal, or listen, all these horse names stressing me out a lot. We have a baby horse here. And we will train up this horse, and this horse will go on their way as well. Wow, I am shocked that Cinnamon is automatically worth 1,000 simoleons. That is very shocking to me. Oh, I need your input on when I should sell these horses. Like, what's the best time? I'm gonna try to enjoy the horses being there for a little bit. I guess maybe we'll like do it the same timeline as the wine. We let the wine age for a while, so let the horses age for a little bit. Like I don't know if it's like they go down in sales as they get older, but also I have aging off. So yeah, these horses don't age up on their own. I may age them up if I feel like that is the best decision. But yeah, let me know about the selling of the horses and really what's the best time for that. And look at this little chicken walking around. Chicken has made it very far from its coop, and I feel like I don't really care that the chicken is just roaming about. Seems like perfectly safe. We have enough land, so let the chicken roam about. And Trey is in here cleaning up the beds so that the horses can be comfortable. Sandra has to come and get some horse manure so that she can work on her garden. I promise y'all in the next episode we will get out of the house or off the land and have a little more fun. This was really just like get to know this family and the life they live. So I was kind of glad that this episode, like I stuck to just being at home and helping the horses and making wine and getting to know the kids and the interesting family dynamics. But next episode, of course, they will get out there and you'll see how these Sims interact a little more with other Sims and things like that. I would love for you guys to comment and let me know what you think about this episode. Watch my other LPs, subscribe and like and all that, YouTube stuff. I'm optimistic. Like, not a stand and poop at the end of the episode, girl. Embarrassing. I'm optimistic, like optimistic would make it sense. Thank y'all for watching, some friends. Bye.